Where did we leave off last time? I don't remember what happened. I think we just met the rest of the girls, didn't we? Can you hear me better? Try and move this up a bit. Is that any better? I'll go with that. Oh. No, stop cocking around with stuff. There we go. Right. Here we go. When I push open the heavy glass doors, I find the lobby in utter silence. Exchange my outdoor use shoes for the slippers I use in my room. I reach for the board hanging above the shoe racks. And flip the magnetic name tag reading Kazami Yuji from out to in. Glance at the other name tags reveals that Sakaki, Sachi and Amane are all in. There's no one in the lobby. They'll probably shut up in their rooms doing homework. Hold on. There wasn't any homework assigned today, which would mean my hypothesis just now can't be correct. Accurate even. I will change the words however I want to. And what? When students shut themselves up in their rooms, homework and masturbation are the only things that come to mind. Is it? Okay. Although I give the matter a little thought, I don't plan on going around and confirming my new conjecture. Just a guess, and no matter what sort of vile filth they're getting off to, that's their prerogative. Okay. In this case, pretending not to notice would be the kind of thing. Having reached that conclusion, I reach out to the door of my room, but in doing so, I notice that the bit of tape I stuck on my door as a seal has been ripped off. Why would you lock your door with a bit of tape? Someone's in the room. Backing away from the door for a moment, I quietly press my ear against the wall but can't hear any noises from inside. It doesn't seem like a typhoon is laying waste to the room in my absence, but either way. If someone's stupid enough to miss the tape, no need to be too careful. Forcefully swung open the door to my room. Oh hey. Don't move! Why, you surprised me. Don't open the door all of a sudden. What are you doing in here? You call me a stripper. It's not my birthday. You've got the wrong room. So, that's a new one. At your previous school was a stripper in your dorm room the standard birthday surprise? What? It's just Amane. Why are you in my room? Why, you ask? I change my clothes in this room pretty frequently. Amane points to a large overnight bag lying on the floor, presumably containing her spare clothes. This room's the only one with this large refrigerator. When I make a big shopping trip or whatever, I always use the fridge in here. Why are you half naked? Is he bursting here all of a sudden when I was changing clothes? When I want to go shopping after school, this is where I change. You've got your own room, right? It's on the second floor, too much effort. As a grade schooler, I had friends who'd throw their bags by the door after school so they could get back outside faster. Guess this one's brains works on the same level. So, mind if I finish changing? Fine, I suppose. How about you come inside instead of just standing there? Sorry. I'll come in whether you invite me or not. It's my room. Fair enough. I walk into the room, hold a glass into the faucet and in the sink, and fill it with tap water. Hey. What? I swing down tepid water from the glass. Normally, would you actually... Actually what? Your sentence is missing both a verb and an object. Well, you know a girl's getting changed in here, right? Wouldn't you excuse yourself normally? I'm not a normal man. And you're the one who barged into my room. That's true, but... If you don't want to be seen, how about being frank about it and telling me to get out? Oh, I see a little sprite there as well. Oh, that's nice. Rude, my body's not something I need to hide. I'm just stick a 20 in your panty. Oh, okay. Oh. Okay. Want me to stick a 20 in your panties? I think I told you I'm not a stripper already. You say so. You seem pretty used to us. That's my line. How am I supposed to keep my cool with you staring at me like an old man watching baseball with a beer in his hand? Don't want to be seen, you should have said so from the start. I'll be outside. Call me when you're done changing. Don't bother. I'll be done in a minute. What a troublesome woman. What do you want from me? I want you to stay there and shut up. Okay. Oh, such a child. Nice tits. Why did I say it in Amane's way? Nice tits. I didn't ask for your thoughts. I love this. Turning my empty glass to the sink, I turn my back on Amane for the moment. Breaking into my room as she pleases, throwing her tits around as she pleases, and then getting pissed at me as she pleases. I don't have any real obligation to be considerate of someone like that. But, well, it's kind of thoughtfulness is what keeps society moving smoothly. Hey, Yuji-kun? What? Well, you know full well that I do. You seem, pretty used to women. Do you have an older sister or something? Well, I did have one. You had one? Meaning you don't anymore? She's dead. I see. I'm sorry. That was thoughtless of me. It's been years, not a problem. In that case, do you mind if I ask you one more thoughtless question? What? What was your sister's name? Kazuki. Kazuki? I don't know, kind of a weird name for a girl. It's actually written in the characters for One and Princess. Is it? Oh. She knows. That really is an unusual name. Why'd you ask? No reason, just a little curious. I see. As this is a topic I prefer to avoid as much as possible. Because it's too painful to remember her death or anything sentimental like that. I just want to get in a heavy mood for no reason. Maybe Amane picked up on my reaction? Sorry, not relation. Maybe Amane picked up on my reaction, since she doesn't ask anything else about the subject. But she's a troublesome, selfish woman. I can honestly appreciate that part of her. Well, that's nice. That's a nice outfit. Thanks for waiting. I'm done changing. I wasn't really waiting. Well, what do you think? So yeah, my favourite is Amane actually, so pretty nice. Oh look, Amane's wearing a pointlessly skimpy outfit. Even if it is summer, it's a bit over the top. Too much exposure, your breasts are barely staying in that thing. It's fine. I've got the goods, so wouldn't it be a waste of resources not to show off for a bit? Oh, waste of resources? And aware this is a shopping district, for some strange reason everyone throws in a lot of freebies. Strange reason. This woman's trying to disrupt the economy of the shopping district via her tits. What's "ah" supposed to mean? Nothing at all. If you're done, hurry up and go. The dirty old men at the shopping district are clutching their 20s and that entire... I can't speak. Nothing at all. If you're done, hurry up and go. The dirty old men at the shopping district are clutching their 20s in anticipation. Right you are. Let's go then. Oh, as she speaks, Amane grabs my arm like a border patrol agent sees an illegal immigrant from Mexico. I see. What are you trying to pull? Get off. Come on, let's go shopping together, please. Why do I have to come? Buying 10 kilos of rice today, so you're going to help me carry it? Of course you are. Even if you don't rope me into this with that huge body, 10 kilos shouldn't be an issue. So I thought, but courteously didn't put into words. We're dealing with a woman here, technically speaking. In the first place, she's only large for a woman. I'm 8 or 9 centimeters taller. Guess Amane's gotten sick of me staring at her silently as she jerks me closer by the arm she's grasping. And did you see my breasts? A little shopping isn't exactly a bad trade, is it? I don't remember asking to see a breast. This woman's logic is completely incoherent. TOS, Amane, come on. What? You look dissatisfied. If just a look isn't enough, want to squeeze him? Just a little massage, mind you. Think a flash your tits will make any man do your bidding. You've got another thing coming. Come on now, you haven't anything better to do. We didn't have any guys at school before, so all the heavy labour went to me, you know. Don't you feel some pity? When you got a physique like that, I think it's probably inevitable. I look forward to making you change light bulbs for me. Well, let's go. As she speaks, Amane entwines herself around my arm, pushing her famous breasts onto me. Why are they famous? Why are they famous? Hey. Apologies about that. We will get back to the stream now. I don't think I said that, did I? So you might not guess it, but I'm the daughter of an old school, respectable family. By all rights, the price for seeing me naked would be a shotgun wedding. I just spent a good second thinking about anti-helicopter mines. It's frankly completely ridiculous. But the world has been seeming like an extremely ridiculous place recently. No point getting too down on myself. Fine. You just need me to carry the rice, right? Oh. That's the spirit. You should have just said yes from the start. You would have won some points for sweetness. But it's better not to be loved by God or big women if you want a long life. From who? Just a joke. Let's get going already. Anti-helicopter mine. Wait. Anne, hey, jeez, wait up. Look at my arm. I don't need you clinging all over me. It's stifling. No, stifling, not stifling. It's stifling. You know you like it. What's this? Yuji-kun, you smell kind of nice. You wearing cologne or something? Press your nose against me and snuffle. You're not a dog. Did you just smack her? Whoa! Ow! Honestly, carrying some rice isn't really that big a deal. If I'd agreed from the start to save myself the effort of resistance, it's easy to see she'd take that as a license to push increasingly unreasonable requests on me. If you're smart, you start rejecting people's requests at 80% of your real tolerance level. No. Okay. Alright, let's make sure we're on the thing then. Women's shopping methods can be broken down into 2 patterns. Type A throws anything that catches her eye into the cart, whether or not she has any need for it. Type B deliberates endlessly over cost efficiency even when she has a pressing need and ends up buying nothing. My impression of the woman named Amane, probably influenced by her large build, was that she was likely the careless sort who'd follow the former pattern. Apparently, I'm not much of a judgy character. Okay, shall we hit the greengrocer next? Ooh. What, you're still buying? If you needed vegetables, why didn't you get them at the supermarket just now? Because the greengrocer in the shopping district is cheaper than the supermarket. It's not unfair that specialty shops are better than general retailers, but someone being dragged around changing stores as rapidly is a serious nuisance. Amane mentioned she wanted to buy a oolong tea. It reached out for a 2-litre, 158 yen bottle at the supermarket. I only have to slap my hand firmly away. In the woman's own words, "Don't buy that here, get a tea packet at the drugstore and you can make 52 litres for 480 yen. And so I ended up having to tag along to the drugstore as well. Excuse me, some carrots and onions please. Oh, hold on, we got a... Oh, if it isn't Amane-chan, you're cute as always. Oh my god. Okay. Aren't I? Hey, how about a little bonus? I'm gonna tell the wife. I can't beat Amane-chan. Alright, I'll throw in a pack of strawberries. Yeah, I'm so happy, really. This deal is just for Amane-chan, so don't tell anyone, okay? You're the best! Makina really loves strawberries, you know? Come to mention it, Makibu isn't with you today. What's up? Don't label me as that, you bitch. I bought rice today too, so I brought along a tough luggage for you. Growling, the dirty old greengrocer sizes me up with a blatant scowl on his face. What's with this guy? I don't like the look of his face. Don't be mean, he's my little brother. Brother? What, your brother? Here I was thinking Amane-chan started dating some worthless bum. Look at me jumping to conclusions. Not sure what's so funny, but the greengrocer cackles heartily as he stares into my face. Hey kid, what's your name? Yuji. Ah, Yuji's it. Not a bad name. Good job helping your big sister out. Alright, I'll give you strawberries too, so eat 'em. You're not getting enough vitamins. That's why you've got a face like a murderer. The brand name strawberries from Tochigi. No, Tochigi. From Tochigi, right? No. They're brand name strawberries from Tochigi, you know? Eat. No. Thank you. I smile and lower my head in a slight bow, prompting the old man to shout, What? What? You can't smile after all? In an even louder voice. Okay then, thanks again. Yeah, come back soon. I've got more freebies waiting. You too, Yuji. Of course, thank you. I see. Can you quit it with that face? What are you talking about? Because of this. Sorry. That crappy excuse for a smile. It looks like a face someone taught you to make. You're strangely perceptive at times. She's giving us something. Sorry. Look, you lie with your face like that sometimes, don't you? Running your family or something? Big smiles are an expression of consideration for others. You want me to just scowl instead? Then at least smile a little more believably. It's completely blatant. I was told that children's smiles and women's tears are weapons. This is the first time my own emotional front was penetrated like this. Maybe I'm underestimating this woman. I know you're making that scary face again. That's why Makina's terrified of you, you know. I was born with this face. So is your sister born with that face as well? My sister was... Yeah, well, in her case, she always had this sleepy expression. Oh, that's so. Why bring up my sister there? Just came to mind. More importantly, are we finished with the shopping yet? We just have to pick up silken tofu and shirataki noodles at the tofu store. Can you stop giving me Japanese names? We're still not done. Just carrying rice, so I'd been promised when I agreed to the shopping expedition, but in the end, I ended up following her around for a good 2 hours. Drink. Thanks for helping me with the shopping. You were a big help. As she speaks, Amane is packing away the ingredients she purchased, for some reason, into my refrigerator. I usually go Makina, you know. Thing is, when I'm shopping with her, we tend to get sidetracked at the candy counter or toy stores or whatever. Ends up taking longer. It's not a problem, but if I ask you something, why are you putting that stuff into the fridge in my room? Huh? I already told you, the fridge in here is the biggest one. It's not an answer to the question. Come on, it's not your putting it to go to use now, are you? Here, I'll give you a strawberry. That's from the pack that old man at the greengrocers gave to me. You got it because I was there. I'll let you drink the milk in the fridge, okay? I don't particularly care about using the fridge, but barging in here every time she needs to get something would be a pain in the ass. I know that feeling. I know. Oh. I know. Thanks for today. How about I make you dinner? I've already cooked rice and I've got canned food for the side dishes, so I'll pass. Canned food? That sounds pretty miserable. And the rice? You don't even have a cooker in here, so how are you preparing it? Using that over there. Pointing towards a cylindrical mess kit style rice cooker made of aluminium. Currently towering over the IH cooking heater in my kitchen. Ah, you're cooking it with a mess kit? IH heaters can't quite manage aluminium, so I've been using a gasoline stove I've had with me instead. Quite a survivalist. You had that stuff lying around? It's only normal for a man to have a stove or two. Normal for a man is probably an overstatement, but it's standard equipment for a backpacker at least. Ideally, you want one that can use the unleaded gasoline you can get from gas stations. In that case, why don't you bring what you've made to my room? Nothing but canned food for side dish. Oh, pardon me. Nothing but canned food for side dishes is pretty sad, don't you think? Making Makina's helping anyway, so let's eat together. No, I'll pass. Why? Don't worry, I'm actually quite good at cooking. Makina would be there, wouldn't she? Ah, right. Makina's still scared of you, isn't she? Exactly. It'd be better if I wasn't there. How about using this as a chance to become friends? It's not going to happen that fast, and if I go out of my way to eat quietly, she'll end up feeling even more uncomfortable. I'll pass after all. Well, I guess I give up on tonight, but once Makina warms up to you, I can make you dinner whenever you want. So I mean to become friends with her in exchange for food? It's not what I meant, but I really would like you to get along with her. She's actually terrible at getting to know people, so maybe you could start the conversation, Yuji-kun. I don't have anything against her, and I don't want to be on hostile terms, so I'll try to talk to her, but I'm not going to guarantee that it's going to improve things. My personality being what it is. Picking up on the words I've left unspoken, Amane answers, "That's not good enough," with a smile. Well, thanks for today. As soon as the words are out of her mouth, she briskly walks out the door, but... hey, wait, you forgot. The overnight bag packed with her spare clothes is still lying in the centre of the room. That woman. She isn't planning to change my room again, is she? More to the point, I'm sure I locked this door when I left this morning. How did she even get in here? Already sounds like damage to the lock, and I can't imagine she's got a secret talent for lockpicking. Does she have a spare key or something? Sue Amane. Which is known as large women, they're mostly careless. Weirdly attentive to certain details. Possess an unusual intuition as well as pointlessly large breasts. On the whole, deserve to be handled with caution. It's going quite well so far. I'm enjoying this. Anyway, let's continue. In the time-honoured traditions of America, bright red cars are called pony cars because of their reputation as playthings for schoolboys. Are they? Didn't know that. Well, yellow models are jackass cars because only morons drive them. You don't see yellow cars. Well, barely anyway. A certain German woman I know, whether aware of that or not, deliberately drives... Oh. Julia. She's German? Huh. Whether aware of that or not, deliberately drives a particularly flashy yellow car around. Apparently she very much enjoys the compliments she gets from colleagues at work. Usually some variation of it really suits you. In other words, a stupid car like that is just about right for a dumb blonde. Poor Julia. She hasn't caught on to the fact that she's being mocked, and I've tactfully decided not to inform her either. Just like with women who get flattered when someone tells them your dress does wonders for your figure, it's pretty tough to let her know that the fact she's not really being complimented. Sometimes things like this can come back to bite you when you at least expect it. Oh, Amane. Hey, Yuji-kun. Speaking of Julia, there's a foreigner looking over here and waving at us, someone you know. Hey, don't know her. Don't have any bimbos among my acquaintances. But I'm pretty sure she's waving at you in particular. Told you I don't know her. Probably selling Girl Scout cookies. Say what? Either way, you better not get too close. Let's get out of here. Howdy, Yuji. Hey, she pretty clearly just called your name, you know. Ugh, what's that woman thinking? Who is she? I'll explain later. Sorry, but go on ahead. Alone show? Huh? What, you knew her after all? Could it be a lone shot? She's my guardian. Or rather, my guarantor. Is everything okay? It's fine. Hurry up and take Makina back. I'll be right behind you. I'm just gonna say a quick hello. Okay. Apparently not enjoying the way I'm shooing her off with my hands like a stray dog. But she's not gonna like that, is she? Dopey thing. Amane walks away with a sulky expression, shooting repeated glances over her shoulder. She's jealous of Julia. After watching Amane and Makina disappear past the school gate, I screw up an irritated expression, scratch my head vigorously, and approach a blinding yellow bimbo-mobile. Look, woman. Hey, enjoying your school life? Yeah, more or less. You enjoying pretending to be my guardian? You sure have a nasty way of pulling things. You're just like Asako in that respect, you know? What did you come here for? Do I need to have a reason to come see you? I'm technically your guardian, you know? Well, I'm grateful that you're acting as a guarantor of my background. I need a guardian at my age, kindly get lost. That's nice. You're so cold. You're such a sweet little kid too. You think you could shut me up by bringing up my childhood? You've got another thing coming. I'll repeat the question. What did you come here for? If it's about work, I thought I had a break for the moment. You finished? Thank you. No. So I'm just come and take a peek at how well you're handling being a normal student in a normal school. There's no problem at present. If you force me to come up with one, you being here would be top of the list. It's going to be a pain in the ass to make up an excuse when I go back to the classroom. Don't increase my workload. We prepared a perfectly straightforward pass for you, didn't we? Stick to the script. I'm a distant relative of your mother. I prefer to avoid lying outright where possible. Eyes like colours. The more you pile up, the blacker things get. That's fair enough. When it comes to lies, wouldn't Akasaka's red be more appropriate? Get enough of that place and things turn just as black. And that's why you handle things carefully, assuming you're planning on avoiding an accidental death. No. Don't need you to tell me that. I'm handling this myself, which is precisely why I don't need you giving me surprises like this. Fine, I'll head back for today. What, are you serious? You really did just come to see me? That's what I said. If we needed to talk business, I'd contact you by cell phone beforehand. Ah, right. Cell phone. Hold it, don't tell me you're not carrying it. After we got you a separate one for private use on top of the one for work. Sorry, I'll make sure to keep it around from now on. If you don't respond to an attempt at contact from us for longer than 15 minutes, you'll have a squad on you for desertion. You do know that, right? I'm aware. Also, you need to submit a written application in advance if you leave the prefecture. I'm aware of that as well. Oh, that's right. You came to this place, you walked over the prefectural border. I bought you a train ticket, you know. What the hell was that? I hate trains, as you know. What kind of an idiot walks 200 kilometers for a reason like that? Can't understand it in front of you. Also, the walk was close to 175 kilometers. It's pretty big considering the little trip ended with you in police custody. I'm the one who got the crap from the brass, you know. Hey you, stop saying this woman's a pain in the ass with your eyes. Some kind of psychic. How do you read my thoughts? You want me to cry? No. Look, I do feel bad about that. I'll apologise nice and slowly over dinner next time, okay? So please leave. You think you can shut me up by buying me food? You've got another thing coming. Not to repeat myself, but if you want to avoid an accidental death, don't do anything too stupid. Understood? Understood. Orders received. Major Haru... Oh, for fuck's sake. Major Harudera. Hey, stop saying, can I hit this guy just once? With your eyes. I love Yuji. Are you psychic? Please don't spread it around. It's a pain in the ass. I have to bend a spoon every time I introduce myself. You know, I don't understand. Don't mind my jokes. Jeez, where did we go wrong in raising you? Such a nasty kid. I get that a lot. Hurry up and get going. You don't have the time to play around here either, do you? Yes, I'm leaving. Not that I need your help managing my time. You're awfully persistent. You're right. My bad, JB. As long as you understand, well, I'll be in touch. Yeah. Fucking scared me. Oh my god. I watch as JB turns away and climbs into a car, her blonde hair swinging back behind her in waves. She drives off. I retrieve a cell phone from my school bag. I pretended otherwise. I've been carrying my work phone around just as ordered. Oh, me. It's a black low-profile slide phone I received from JB specifically for company business. Slide the screen up quickly and put the unlock pin and call up the menu screen. Although it looks like a perfectly normal cell phone, any calls made from this machine pass through a special encrypted line. Seeing one entry in the contacts. Single number is listed under JB, Julia Badera. Naturalised name, Harurida Yuria. Harudera Yuria. Harudera Yuria. Okay. I'm sticking with JB. Or Julia. I'm sticking with Julia. My direct supervisor at my part-time job. Gotta come, at least give me an advance warning. Got my tongue in irritation, slide the phone shut and stuff it into my pocket of the uniform so I can respond instantly to any future contact. Harudera Yuria, alias JB, as the woman has said herself, she's something of a pain in the ass. She's got nearly half a year without a single call, and suddenly it's a brisk standby in the designated point, where of course she has some incredibly troublesome job waiting to push on me. No, it's always better when there's actually a job. Sometimes she leaves me at the rendezvous point for more than an hour without any contact. Then when I finally get the call, I've been sitting around waiting for it to occur, situation resolved, and I go right back home again. Well, they get a travel fee deposited into my account just for heading to the standby point, so I suppose it's not a complete fool's errand in that sense, but sometimes I can't help but feel like my time on this earth isn't being spent efficiently. Something of a behind-the-scenes part-time job, and the work would be troublesome to explain to others if they asked. Of course, it's also not the kind of job I can casually quit when I want to. More importantly, this is a position that I inherited from my master. I'll walk away even if I could. Well then, how should I explain this to Amane and company? I don't think I'll be able to pass her off as a cookie peddler after all. Pass through Mihama Academy school gate, dragging myself along on heavy feet. There she is. Ah, there you are! As expected, the instant I show my face in the classroom, Amane jumps all over me. Most of my classmates are gathered on the far side of the room, apparently having watched me from the window. As I enter, they're all looking at me with questions in their eyes. Somebody's a bit jealous. Hey, who was that? The blondie just now. Blondie? Actually, Amane is the one who stepped forward to interrogate me, as if declaring herself the representative of the class. That said, the rest of the group doesn't seem to be disinterested either. Makina is staring at me with a dazed expression, and Sachi's clutching her hands together in front of her chest, waiting for my words with bated breath. As for Michiru, for some reason she's glaring at me like I kicked a puppy. Sakaki, on the other hand, is sitting primly in a seat. I'm going with primly. It could be primly, but I'm going to say primly. Primly in her seat, reading the book as if to announce she's above things, but judging from the way she hasn't turned the page once since I came in, we've probably got her attention as well. Told you already, didn't I? She's my superior for my part-time job. Superior? Superior? Huh? Superior, is it? Yuji-kun, you have a part-time job? Yeah, I lost both my parents when I was a kid, so I have to earn my own living expenses. What sort of job is it? Oh, yes, he did. I don't know whose route the anime takes it off. But yeah, it is canon that his parents died. And I think it's Sakaki's route. The anime goes down. So I don't think I'll do Sakaki's route. You can watch the anime yourself. So I'll explain it. I'll spoil it now. So basically, Yuji kills his dad, if I remember, and his mum hangs herself. This is after Kazami dies. Hold on a sec. I will put the... There we go, we're back. Sorry about that. Yeah. What sort of job is it? It's a little difficult to summarise, but... Well, I get rid of garbage, or crawl into various places and take care of the cleaning. It's what you'd call dirty work. So that blondie works in cleaning too? That's right, but she's on the management side, so she doesn't get her hands dirty. What's her name? JB. JB? Real name is Haradera Yuria. JB's a pet name. She's Japanese. She sure doesn't look like it. She's a naturalised citizen. I think she's originally German. I don't really remember. Pull out a chair for my seat and drop my bag on top of the desk with a delightfully? Where have I got delightfully from? Deliberately loud thump. Question over now. If you satisfied your curiosity, then go sit down. Class is going to start. Oh, she's giving me the evils. Amane. Oh, none of that. Just as I speak, the first bell rings and Makina and Sachi scurry back to their seats. The large woman has been interrogating me. His expression is still smouldering with irritation. Pulls out the chair from the seat in front of mine and sits down heavily. Hey, Yuji-kun? I haven't asked you the most important question yet. Fuck me. Yeah. What? Spit it out then. Your relationship with that person, she's not your girlfriend, is she? That's your big question. What a joke. Stop it. It's not a laughing matter for me. Don't stick your nose in my face. You get excited. You got a mustache starting there. You're kidding. Yeah, just screwing with you. I'm gonna break your nose, okay? Sounds fun. Give it a try. You little... Oh. Amane's punch is slow and lacking in serious intent. I dodge it easily with a slight swaying movement of my upper body. It's ever calmly. Do I look like a man who could be in a relationship? As I said, Amane's jealous. That's exactly why I'm suspicious. In your case, an older blonde foreign lover feels strangely plausible. Amane stares into my eyes as if searching for the truth. I mean, you also know Principal Tachibana somehow. Well, yeah. Talk about fishy. What is? What were you doing before you came to the school? Well, so this question finally came up. On paper, I was studying abroad in Canada. Some similar lie they came up for with my forged personal history. To stop pushing into that story, this will just drag on. Answering somewhat, honestly, now should make for the less trouble down the line anyway. Before I came here, I guess I was a freeloader of sorts. Freeloader? If you want to make it sound fancier, maybe a gigolo? I was being supported by an unrelated older woman. That's the blonde woman. No, she's a friend of the other woman. I started mooching off her after the first one died. You're awful. In exchange, she worked me brutally hard on the job. She doesn't have anything to complain about. Amane shuts her eyes, slaps her. What the fuck's that? That was a wire, I think. Yeah, it's my mouse wire. Got my foot caught on the mouse wire. Oh, hold on. Okay, there we go. Amane shuts. Ow. There we go again. Amane shuts her eyes, slaps her hand on her forehead, and heaves a heavy sigh. In any case, you don't have a girlfriend, right? Right. I'll admit I don't quite understand why that's the main point here, but I guess the stuff is on the mind of girls at this age. If you try to force your perspective onto everything, you'll lose sight of the bigger picture. Although she doesn't look entirely satisfied by my response, Amane mutters a brief, "Well, alright." Rises from the chair and heads back to her own seat. Watching until she finally sits down, quickly turns to look behind me. Oh, hey. What? What do you want? Immediately behind me, I find a bright red Michiru staring right back at me. Are you listening? The noises she's making, I'm letting her do it, I'm not doing it. I get the wrong idea. It's not like I'm interested or anything. Oh, there's all my juice gone. I wasn't listening, I just happened to overhear. Don't go around making me hear your weird stories, got it? You're a real nuisance sometimes. Got surrounds tightly in front of a chest, her face bright red, Michiru babbles frantically. In response, I thrust out my right hand with an energetic thumbs up. Nice and airy, Michiru. You're such a jerk. If you want to talk about something, you should make it awkward to ask. Fair enough. Based on that theory, I tried spicing things up a little more than reality. But who knows how much of it they believed. Of course it's true that my parents died while I was still a kid. That was picked up by an older woman, my master. And I lived off the money she earned. So my master's death, I did get work from my friend GB in order to earn my keep. There we go. On top of that, it's thanks to her vouching for me that I'm able to attend a normal school like this in the first place. I think about it, I didn't change the facts much at all. Then the more you focus on constructing believable lies, the less they tend to work. You stick more or less to the truth, you'll end up convincing people no matter how absurd. I can't English. Excuse me as well. When you stick more or less to the truth, you'll end up convincing people no matter what. No matter how absurd the story sounds. There we go. Trying to go too quick. Promising start. Would be a bit of an overstatement, but I think I can work with this. Schoolyard. No matter what sort of life you live in, you'll run into people who just won't listen to what you have to say. And ways to get through, the easiest alternative is beating them into submission. It's only a bit of a rough solution. When you're dealing with another man, it's at least an option. You're dealing with a woman, let alone a shrimp of a girl who doesn't come up to your shoulder. It's a different story. Makina. If you start swinging your fist around out of irritation under these circumstances, anyone will call it bullying the weak. It's bad style, leaves an unpleasant taste in your mouth too. What's called for in such situations is perseverance and patience, or resist Sakaki. We're always saying we live in an age of technological wonders. So I've been waiting for someone to invent a machine you can stick on your back and switch to Zen, like instantly granting yourself infinite self-control. I need that sometimes, to be fair. People just piss me off. Despite the clear market potential, the world isn't yet such a convenient place. Well, no big deal. I'm pretty used to endurance tests by now. Yeah, Makina. Okay. It's been 5 minutes since I spotted Irisu Makina wandering aimlessly around the campus and called out, "What are you up to?" in a casual tone. On the bright side, she reacted to my voice and stopped dead in their tracks instead of fleeing. I accepted providing a little more problematic. The girl's just staring up at my face. She hasn't said a word. She's so adorable. Oh, she's so adorable. Yeah. Can you not speak Japanese? Shake it. Silent as always, Makina shakes her head back and forth in denial, only having understood my question. You afraid of me, maybe? The silence continues, and this time there's neither confirmation nor denial. Seems unlikely that she didn't understand the question, which would mean this one is uncertain territory somewhere between yes and no, as far as I can guess. I repeat myself, but this sort of communication takes a lot of patience and persistence. So I have to consciously consider things from Makina's point of view. Transfer student with an unclear background. What's more, a man 178 centimeters high. From the perspective of Makina, who I'd guessed to be around 140 centimeters, it might well be a little intimidating to have me towering above her. For the moment, I crouched down so that my eyes were level with hers. Seemed like you were wandering around the grounds. Are you looking for something? Nope. Makina speaks a single word in a quiet voice and once again shakes her head in denial. What were you doing? It's a point of some interest to me, but, well, if you get down to it, wherever she is and whatever she's doing is her own business, I suppose. I'm not a policeman and I don't have any reason to drag it out of her. In this case, it might be best to find some words to wrap this up cleanly. Give her a friendly goodbye and let this timid creature be on her way. To reach this conclusion, Makina slowly moves her hand to the rear of her skirt, grabs something with her stubby fingers and pushes it in front of my eyes. What's this thing? At a glance, the item in Makina's small hand is a toy-like object roughly the size of an egg, with an LCD screen buried into the centre. A digital pet? What's that? Jesus Christ. On closer examination, there's some unknown life form or monster, most closely resembling a chick, displayed in blocky pixels on the central LCD. Oh, she's playing Tamagotchi. Seems to be programmed with some cheap animations, about 3 patterns or so. Ah, come to think of it, I remember reading a news article about this a few years ago, developing the smallest 3-axis geomagnetism sensor in the world at the time. A certain company fed that technology into a children's electronic toy, which had become an explosive hit among grade schoolers. Yeah, Tamagotchi. It's a pedometer, right? One of the things where the pet grows up faster the more you walk? Yeah, that's it. Nodding her head, Makina returns a pedometer in her hand to her waist. In other words, she wasn't looking for anything particular, her wandering itself was the objective. Walking to good things, since aerobic exercise without too much strain on the joints. You're gonna walk anyway, have some fun, have some sort of visible result from the effort might make having some sort of visible result from the effort might make it we'll start that again. Walking to good things since it's aerobic exercise without too much strain on the joints. And if you're gonna walk anyway, having some sort of visible result from the effort might make it more worthwhile. There we go. Well, I don't really want to go outside that much. Makina points at the school gate as she speaks. I see. It makes sense that she'd want to avoid crowded places given her extreme shyness. I don't think it's that. I know what it is, but it's not that. I would restrict her strolls to Yeah. That would restrict the strolls to pacing around the school grounds, which would quickly get repetitive. Yeah. It is now when I go for my walks throughout the day. It is. There's not much you can do about it, really, is there? Anyway. So the digital pet serves as a distraction from that boredom, most likely. You like taking walks? Sorta, kinda. Sorta, is it? Well, walking for the fun at this age might be a little odd. Seems more like the hobby of an old man. You have any other interests? Like reading, for example? Read any books lately? Books? Manga's fine too, whatever. So I'd already heard from Amane that Makina often reads books, and reading's a hobby of mine as well. I think it's a decent common topic for starters. In response to my question, Makina holds her right index finger to her chin and mumbles, while gazing up at the sky. A quiz book. Quiz, huh? Was it interesting? What's a dangerous sweet that's life-threatening to observe with the naked eye? Ooh. Dangerous sweet that's life-threatening to observe with the naked eye. Dangerous sweet. I don't know. Life-threatening. Oh, here we go. Life-threatening to observe with the naked eye. So what kind of death ray weapon is that? And a sweet of all things? It's a new text from the West. Oh my god. Stop trying to kill me with a heart attack. It's a new tech from the West. Just looking at it is very dangerous. With me, it's probably some variety of optical weapon, something like an X-ray possessing mass, or some sort of beam saber style, like light-based killing tool. No, wait. If just seen it as dangerous, some sort of super weapon that radiates a pulse to the receptors of the eyeball, using a flickering pattern to stimulate the brain cells and trigger accelerated apoptosis. Hold it. This finger's a sweet, right? A sweet? Where the hell do we go from there? All I'm getting is some sort of chocolate pastry shooting out a mysterious beam of light. Pew pew pew. Don't know, I give up. What's the answer? Oh. Candy. I don't know. Candy. What? C and D. C and D. Oh, C and die. Oh. C and die. Ah, I get it. I missed that angle. Candy. Can I go now? Yeah, sorry, told you. Well, even a bio later, Makina leaves the area at a trot, as if fleeing from me. Doesn't seem like she outright hates me, though. Oh, fucking hell. Hello, Amane. Where did you come from? Isn't it the opposite? Hey, how long have you been there? Since the part about candy, I think. What do you mean by the opposite? Oh. Well, you know, her shyness is definitely part of it. But I think Makina's trying not to be disliked by you. Trying not to be disliked? Oh. She is adorable. Makina's really a more cheerful girl, but she's often so energetic that it gets on people's nerves, so she's holding back. True enough, I remember seeing her rushing around branching a cicada and cackling that first time. That's her normal state, and then the way she behaves in front of me would certainly be a product of deliberate self-restraint, but... She's holding back, isn't that proof that she's she's holding back, isn't that proof that she's consciously trying to avoid being hated by you? I think it could be interpreted as simple fear as well. Pardon me. Simple fear as well. Well, half that fear does sound about right, but I think that'll be alright. What makes you say that? When you were... Oh, right, yeah, fuck. You were talking... You done? Thank you. When you were talking with Makina just now, you squared down to talk to her face to face, right? That's actually pretty effective. Yeah. When I was a kid, there was a time where I'd been surrounded by unfamiliar adults and found myself on the brink of tears. When one of the adults stooped down to talk with me face to face, I immediately got emotionally attached. There we go. But I could feel like shouting, "You sure got attached to an outrageous person," or complaining about what an idiot I was, but... Right, I'm pretty tall myself and all, and Makina really didn't take to me at first. It took me a good few months to figure out that trick of bending over when I talked to her. She's glued to you, or something like that. Well, she's definitely got attached to me, but it's not like we're together constantly. Makina's the type that fundamentally likes to play alone. And the girl's got some pretty fierce mood swings too. Just hit us the wrong way, but if I was with her constantly, I'd get worn out pretty fast. If she's playing by herself, because she understands that. I can't explain it too well, but she's kind of like a cat. When she wants your attention, she'll meow and cuddle up to you, but the instant she gets bored, she'll be gone like that. Her hair's all fluffy and curly, her body's flexible and soft, her temperature's high so it's warm when you hug her, and she's got a mildly sweet scent. Very cat-like, don't you think? A cat? I see. Well, she might seem a little blunt until she gets used to you, but she's really not a bad kid. Trying to make friends. I plan to force her to be friends if she doesn't want to be. Yeah, I'll try to avoid being hated. If I avoid unnecessary contact, I shouldn't inspire any hatred or come to hate anyone myself. In exchange, I won't be liked or come to like anyone either. Maintaining emotional distance along appropriate lines is an essential, but extremely difficult aspect of forming efficient interpersonal relationships. Of course, there are always these careless puppy dog types who will leap into your arms wagging their tails right from the start. Amane, what? See? What? Are you staring at my face for? Well, just think about how beautiful you are. Got in the mood for a kiss? Alright, Amane, close your eyes. Oh, excuse me. Okay. Chest swelling with some ridiculous expectation. Amane closes her eyes and thrusts out her lips as instructed. Moving quickly and silently, I make good my getaway, leaving the girl to her foolishness. Oh no! Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, baby girl. We'll come back for you, I promise. Hey! Where are you going? You tease. I see. Makina might have the right idea, leaving out later or goodbye entirely, and silently running away certainly is less troublesome. Don't take it the wrong way, Amane. It's not that I hate you. I'm just trying to avoid being hated by you. Oh, I'm sorry. Read books in a well-lit area. What's it teaching at my masters? At that time, I was accustomed to reading while shut up in a closet or dark room, so those words felt a bit refreshing. But it's not like I'm worried about obeying the teachings of a woman who's already dead, and I'm still not good with direct sunlight. But here I am searching for a bright place with a book in hand anyway. Aren't I adorable? Oh. No reason to wander around looking for a sunny place in this shitty heat. Oh, I want heat. It's too fucking cold here. Stepping away from the air-conditioned school building, I unfold the school's admissions guideline pamphlet. You're reading that? Really? Okay. On the coated threefold brochure, there's a bird's-eye view illustration of the campus, with a mark to south of the schoolhouse annotated planned site of library construction. Planned site? I mean, there isn't a library yet, I guess? Well, there is something library-esque on the second floor of the school building. The collection only holds around 200 books. Applies to have a book stocked if you're after one in particular, and apparently a bookmobile. It replaces the existing collection every once in a while. Doesn't seem like it's being used that heavily. In other words, there's no reason to go out of my way to borrow the key to use it. I brought my own books, and there are plenty of well-lit areas besides the library. While casually looking over the pamphlet, I found the words Rose Garden. This is definitely our principal's doing. Oh. The Rose Garden is absolutely essential for a school attended by young maidens. At the entrance ceremony every year, the seniors can pin the roses they grow themselves on the chest of the new students. How beautiful. Also, I can easily imagine a certain woman who doesn't know how to act her age, deluding herself. Oh, don't be horrible. He's horrible. Three flowers might calm your mind, but they won't fill your belly. If you've got room to grow them, it'd be better used for an edible plant. Telling them that would probably just make things unpleasant. So I have to remember to greet Principal Tachibana with a good day on Isama the next time I see her. Rose garden, eh? I don't have any interest in edible flowers, but I guess it would be a shade tree or two as well. Imagine myself reading under a tree surrounded by blooming roses brings a smirk to my face. Guided by these silly thoughts, I decided to head towards the rose garden for the first and only time. They call it a rose garden, but not a single one's in bloom. Based on the map, it's definitely the right spot, and there's even a white arch. There's even a white arch that seems appropriate, but from what I can see, there aren't any roses in flower. Maybe the garden's still a work in progress, or perhaps they're cutting the buds during the summer. Well, not like I came to see the roses in the first place, so whatever. Oh, hello. Makina. She's asleep. That was a surprise. I was expecting anyone else to be here. No, more importantly, what the heck is she doing? I approached silently and touched Makina's neck in the area of a carotid artery. She's got a pulse. On close inspection, she's breathing quietly, so I guess the wicked stepmother, Amane in this case, didn't feed her a poisoned apple. She's sleeping. Wait, this thing is a cat, I think. Oh, this cat is serving as a soundly sleeping Makina's pillow. There. I'd taken it for a stuffed animal at first glance. She looks like a fluffy toy, but when I draw close, the stubby ears buried into its fur twitch like miniature radar antennas. Next question, why sleep out here? Soon resolves itself. I see. You gonna be quiet, wind? Yes, you are. I see. It's definitely nice and cool here. Cats are knowledgeable about cool places, or so they used to say. As for Makina, especially wandered around by herself as per usual, then grew exhausted and collapsed into a sudden sleep on the spot. Oh, there's the cat. I thought it was a rock. Watch a partially gnawed apple on Makina's chest rise and fall with her breathing. She is adorable. She fell asleep in the middle of eating, just like a baby. So Makina's mouth is half open and dripping transparent drool. Is it? Look at that. She's just the cutest. As I mentioned, her hair's a scruffy mess, the ribbon on her uniform's crooked, and she's wearing different socks on her left and right leg. What's with this girl? As I look down upon her, Makina suddenly snuffles noisily. She can do that, I'm not doing that. What a weirdo. It's been a while since the last time I laughed at a woman's sleeping face. Even as I'm filled with the desire to keep watching, discomfort at the peaceful atmosphere of this place also wells up within me. Oh, the cat's awake. That moment I sense someone watching me and look over to find that Makina's pillow cat has woken up and is staring up at me in surprise. Sorry to bother you, go back to sleep. I leave them, taking care to avoid making noise, and sit down under a tree a little ways away. Phew. Wandering around, she pleases, and falls asleep in the nearest cool place when she gets tired. I see, certainly does remind you of a cat. I'm envious. It's not sarcasm or anything, I'm genuinely envious of Makina. She just brings a little pocket and naturally peaceful space with her wherever she goes. I think that's something worth envying, and it's probably very precious to her as well. Which might well be why she doesn't want to step outside the sanctuary of a school when she can avoid it. Inside the sanctuary that will crumble in a moment without the protection of others. What if the day will come when I too can sleep in that utterly defenceless way? Turn toward the sound, I noticed the fat white cat from before appearing in the direction of the thicket I just left. Rustling its way through the foliage on stubby legs, it stops suddenly when it spots me sitting under the shade of my tree. Glaring at me with sleepy looking eyes, it lets out a single disgruntled meow. My bad. Getting suddenly awoken in the middle of a pleasant nap. It's only natural. If I pulled out of bed on a Sunday morning by some pushy religious solicitors, I'm sure I'd make a similar face. But the fat cat doesn't seem to have accepted my apology. He snuffles roughly and lumbers away from this place. As I'm watching this cat's dignified exit, the bushes start to rustle again. I hear the sound of a dim-witted creature awakening and lazily stretching out its body. Take a look, Makina's crouched on the ground on all fours, bending her back. She really is a cat in human form. Makina opens her mouth, holds down a yawn, and rubs roughly at the tears spilling out of the corner of her eyes. After a restless look around the area, she draws herself up off the ground. It's not doing anything I need to be ashamed of. Before I realise it, I've hidden myself from her. After standing stock still for a moment, Makina takes a bite from the apple in her hand and wanders off briskly. Where's she off to now? Not like she's got any particular destination in mind. Driven by an interest I find difficult to pin down, I decide to quietly follow Makina. There's no regularity to Makina's actions. Just when I think she's walking straight towards something, she'll come to a sudden stop, look around restlessly, and head off in a different direction. Doesn't seem like she's lost or anything, so I suppose she's just moving wherever her whims take her. Unfortunately, that randomness makes it pretty tough to tail her. It won't be a serious problem if she's noticed me, but if I just call out to her now, I have the feeling she'll scamper off again. Skillfully hide my presence and continue shadowing her movements. So we're stalking her then. Tailing a girl without her knowledge, objectively speaking, there we go. I guess this would be stalking. So I'm finally starting to get fed up with following Makina's directionless rambling, which resembles a random staggering of a sleepwalker more than anything else. The very wandering monster in question comes to a sudden halt. The resting place is an area on the outskirts of the school courtyard, and in front of an artificial cement pond of uncertain purpose. Makina totters her way up to the pond, thrusts her hand in the pocket of her skirt to retrieve some half-eaten white bread, and starts tearing off chunks to throw into the water. Every time Makina's small hand hurls a bit of bread into the pond, a loud splashing sound resonates from the surface of the water. Apparently someone stocked it with fish and she's feeding them. Eat it all up, get nice and plump. She's providing them what to eat. Ah, clawfish! Clawfish? Makina looks around the area rapidly, grabs a short tree branch lying nearby, then leans over the depths of the pond and begins poking into the water. Although I was puzzled there for a moment, it seems like she's trying to capture a crawfish she spotted in the pond. Just a little clawfish, just a little closer. Come here. This looks risky. Given her character, it's obvious she'll be taking a face-first dive into the pond very soon if I just sit there. Approach Makina from behind and call out to her. Hey, watch out, you'll fall into that pond. What? Where? Guess I shouldn't call out to her out of nowhere. Makina's hand slips off the ground in a stereotypical slapstick pratfall. Whoops. Swiftly reaching out to the floundering Makina, he firmly sees a collar for school uniform will pull her back to safety. Hung by the nape of her neck like a kitten, Makina lets out a feline cry. You're light, even 40 kilos. There isn't any difference in weight from the backpack I'm always carrying. Given this weight and size, I could lug her a good 25 kilometers in a single day. Let me down. Oh, sorry. You stole me. Shocking girls ain't right, you know. I wasn't planning to call out to you, but it's better than letting you fall into the pond, isn't it? Yeah, thanks for helping me. No need to thank me. I did the natural thing given the circumstances. Look at me shamelessly doing the life-saving hero number, despite being in a large part responsibly. What the fuck am I saying? Look at me shamelessly doing the life-saving hero number, despite being in large part responsible for the problem in the first place. I have the makings of an American politician. Or a British one, at the rate we're going. No, actually no, you just lie about everything if you're British. American, I don't know. Makina gives her a quick bow of thanks and without another word starts to run away from me yet again. Hey, hold it. Where do you think you're going? Huh? Don't give me that Where are you running away from me? I'm not really running away or anything. Do you need something? She asked me point blank. It's not like I have any particular justification to detaining her here. That said, it's kind of unpleasant to be avoiding this blatantly at the very least. If there's a reason she's doing this, I want to know about it. I think I asked this before, but he's scared of me. Not really. If there's some reason why you're avoiding me, how about telling me? If possible, I'll try to address it. Again, with the silent? Okay. Again with the silent treatment. Deciding to pursue the conversation more patiently, I squat down to match my line of sight with Makina's. Do you remember my name? Kazami Yuji. That's right, Yuji's fine. First name's kind of embarrassing. Okay then, call me whatever you want. Then Oni-chan. Oni? I have to say being called her big brother is a bit embarrassing on my end, but... Oh, that's what I meant. Fair enough. Well, alright. Turning around in response to the splashing sounds coming from the pond behind me, there are a number of fish gathered at the surface of the water, flapping their mouths in demand for more food. Seems they've come to expect a handout when people stand near the pond. Aww. Makina, you still have breadcrumbs left? Yeah. Makina thrusts her hand into her skirt pocket and rummages through its contents. This ain't it. Not this one either. She talks, she pulls things out of her pockets one after the other. The items that emerge are mostly sweets like candy, chocolate and chewing gum, along with an erratic selection of tools like nail clippers, rubber bands and glue sticks. The women's purses are connected to the fourth dimension. This girl's pockets seem to be connected to a garbage dump. Aww. Makina carelessly rains down the rubbish that emerges on the ground around her. One after the other. What is this? Mary Poppins. Pick up a plastic container shaped like a large film canister. There's a label pasted on the side filled with numbers and symbols of uncertain meaning. Ah, okay. Don't. That's what I mean, candy for Chewy Churu. Give it back. I'm not gonna steal it or anything. Here, take it. I hold out the case, sir. Makina snatches it back instantly. You absolutely can't eat these, Kate. I'm not gonna sneak bites of other people's food at my age. So you say, but I ain't convinced. Is that Amane? I think that's like Amane. What's a cruel place? I'm in a certain oversized woman to say things like that, and then go gorge herself in a secret until she's drowning at pleasure. Yep, told you. Amane, huh? How did you know I was talking about Amane? I didn't, just saying the first name that popped into my head. It really was her. Guess she's got a surprisingly gluttonous side. Don't tell her you heard that from me, okay? Here, I'll give you some bread, so let's make that a little secret. Good as a word, Makina shoved some half-eaten bread under my face. Hey, you can have it all of it. Eat it all up and get nice and plump, yeah? Oh, I wasn't planning to eat it. Take the bread scraps from Makina, tear off some small pieces and throw them into the pond. Fish at the surface struggle like a pack of piranha for the food, messily gumpling it? Where the fuck, what? Fish at the surface struggle like a pack of piranha for the food, messily gulping it all down. Nice appetite, huh? Well, these things were carved, but I'll get a closer look. They're actually goldfish? Yep, they're goldfish. I scooped them up at the Shinto festival last year. A goldfish snatching game, huh? Yep. These were originally goldfish for a scooping game. They're almost certainly the tiny kind that's sold as live food for carnivorous fish in pet shops, but those things are huge. I fed them every day and they just kept getting bigger and bigger, you know? Fish generally can keep growing as long as they're alive, so the more you feed them, the bigger they'll get. What exactly have we given them, though? Chunks of bread or normal goldfish food, I guess. I feed them all the time during recess and when I get bored. I get it. You know, fish don't really know when they're full. They don't feel pain the way we do either, so they'll eat as much as you give them, even if their stomachs are bulging out. Really? The number one cause of death among aquarium fish is indigestion from being overfed. So it said in something I read when I was a kid, at least. I read that in a book. I think it's a magazine called Monthly Junior Science. I mentioned it in some article about raising fish in ozonated water. Oh, it was a magazine about fish. It had articles on all sorts of things, but not just fish. Animals, space, whatever. My older sister was a serious, dedicated reader. I'd pick up magazines like that when she was finished, although half of it went over my head. As I'm recalling the content of the science magazines I read back then, I suddenly remember something. Hey Makina, you had some pickled squid in that pocket, didn't you? Yeah, I do, but you're giving it to the fish? No, just take it out for now. Also, have anything else we could use a string? I got some cotton sewing thread. Why? You'll see. Saving the squid from Makina, I firmly tie one end of the thread around it and then knock the other end onto a tree branch I picked up at random. Fishing rod? Exactly. So now we toss the squid dangling by the thread into the pond, and the area where I threw the squid, I can see the shape of the crawfish Makina had been poking at earlier. I jiggle the squid in front of his face. Within a matter of seconds, the crawfish extends his pincers and firmly seizes the bait. There, hooked him. See that? Whoa, awesome! You caught the clawfish. It's a crawfish, not a clawfish. You got the wrong word. You got the word wrong. Dangled the captured crustacean in front of her eyes. Makina stares at it with an expression of immense curiosity. This clawfish is bright red. Should be a lot of edible aquatic plants around, or some plants or something in there. Crawfish turn red when they have abundant food. What happens if they don't? They turn blue. Blue? If you take a small newborn crawfish and continuously give it food like potatoes, radishes, or sardines that don't contain carotene, they'll turn blue in a month or so. You serious? I read it in a book when I was a kid and ended up trying it out for myself. Some of them ended up with a lot of violet spots or white flecks, but I remember getting a few that turned deep blue as well. Cool, I want to try it too. Okay, then try to catch one yourself. Pull the captured crawfish off the squid to return to the pond, then hand the fishing pole to Makina. Wonder if I can catch one? I've never fished before. Experiencing new things is always worthwhile, so you might as well start by trying to catch one yourself. Yeah, here I go. Don't fall into the pond, alright? Also try to get small as one you can. Okay, I'll do it. Taking the crude pole from me, Makina forcefully hurls the squid into the pond. Ooh, that's cool. Hope I can catch a clawfish. I already told you, it's crawfish, not clawfish. Aww. Don't worry about it, I'm an idiot. Is that the issue here? I mean, I do remember pronouncing snail as smail back when I was in elementary school for a while, but as my sister pointed out to me, I stopped making that mistake. Didn't you have someone to point out that sort of mistake for you? Your mum, for instance? Oh. No. Nah, since mum hates me. I see. There's no mother in the world who hates a child, as my mother's line, but I'm now all too well aware that the world isn't that simple. I suppose there really are mothers who hate their children. And for those children, that can't be a topic they want to chat about with some stranger. An awkward attempt at consolation would backfire here. You're a nice guy, Oni-chan. Me? Looks like I haven't quite gotten the hang of being called Oni-chan yet. You serious? How am I nice? Well, you didn't keep asking me about my family. Just wasn't interested enough to risk it. You're not interested in why I'm hated? Stare sadly at Makina's small back, silhouetted against the pond. If you want to talk, I'll listen. Oh, it's not. No. Well, it's because I'm an idiot. Don't you say that kids are cuter when they're a little dumb? You shouldn't underestimate how dumb I am, okay? I'm not lucky, but I am infamous dyed in the wool idiot. So I've ever heard anyone with that fierce a reputation for being stupid before. Well, don't worry about it. There's nothing but idiots in my vicinity, including me. You know, Oni-chan, I haven't been avoiding you because I hate you, you know? Yeah. It's because I don't want you to hate me. Don't want you to think I'm a stupid kid. That's why I've been staying away. So like I said, I'm surrounded by idiots. If I went around hating people for something like that, I'd run out of my supply of hate real fast. Well, there are certain people who can't hold together their fragile sense of self-worth except by looking down on others. Even a few true idiots who take these emotions to the extreme become dictators or cult leaders and launch hunts against their inferiors. Fair enough, yeah. Why assume you'd be hated over something like that, anyway? That way of thinking seems counterproductive. Debase yourself by saying I'm just an idiot, and you'll puff up the mainly self-styled geniuses of the world. But you know, I'm not pretty like Amane, or smart like Yumi-chan. I don't have any talents or anything. There's no point in standing around with your mouth open waiting for the talent to fall from the sky. You make your own. How? Well, what you're doing, the most essential thing is to not give up. Fail as many times as it takes, keep trying persistently until you call yourself average. Even then, you're still just average. Average is just fine. You can collect a nice group of average level skills, that's already above average. You create your own sort of talent. You know, hard work is a talent in its own right, were my sister's words. And from that group of average skills, you can work to improve further on the things that you think you're suited for. A person blessed with talent in a manner of speaking is just someone who found a path well suited to them early on. You get down to it, people can accomplish nearly anything as long as they don't give up. Obvious, but it's true. On the other hand, guys who give up at the first setback will never get anything done. That's actually true, to be fair. I need to take lessons from Yuji. There's no need to rush, you're still a kid, you've got time, try out anything and everything, struggle around as much as you want. I rest my hand on Makina's head with a gentle thump. Is it just the right height for this sort of thing? So school's for, right? You think so? At the very least, I think the principal wants the school to be that sort of place, so you might as well throw out your chest and do as many stupid things as you want, with pride. Of course, this girl ends up doing something truly dramatically stupid, the principal will be the one faced to music, so I'm probably overstepping my bounds just a bit here. So it's okay if I'm dumb? Why not? Being dumb's fine. In the first place, guys who go around calling themselves geniuses are either weaklings with fragile egos, or jokers using a line to get a laugh. If you're some genius, that just makes it easy to mistake yourself for a perfect human and start slacking off. Airs like that get passed by the tortoises of the world eventually. Okay, you really are a nice guy, Oni-chan. Don't get me wrong, I just wanted to try playing the nice guy for a bit. You shouldn't trust me that easily, got it? Makina's just called me a soon. I'm happy with that. Ah, I know this. It's that tsundere thing. Chirichiri's always practicing it, you know. Don't misunderstand and all that. To put this, I'm not sure how I feel about being put in the same boat as that girl. Makina, I think you got a bite. Hold on. Oh, what do I do? Ready to rush, slowly pull it out of the water. Whoa, clawfish! Oops. I caught a crawfish, I caught it! See, people can do anything if you try, so don't give up before you start, okay? Yeah, I'm feeling kind of comfortable all of a sudden. I want to take this crawfish to my room and try and get that experiment to turn blue. Okay, then you should go to Amane or Sachi and see if you can find an aquarium to raise it in. Make sure only to feed it stuff without carotene. Radishes, potatoes and sardines, that sort of thing? Oh, you remembered. I'll hand Maka's head and ruffle the hair around roughly. Might be a little hard to believe, but my memory's actually pretty damn good. Alright, better get that crawfish in water while it's still in good shape. Don't overfeed it, okay? Yeah, got it, thanks. Oni-chan, you play me again? Yeah, see you later. Thanks. Makina still clutching the crawfish, waves her hand cheerfully and takes off at full speed towards the door. Thanks, huh? I can't do anything worthy of much gratitude, but regardless, hearing such a happy thanks feels kind of pleasant. And we're going to end it there. Right there. Yes. Put it onto this. I think. I would like to quit, but yes, I will. Right, okay, so put some Spyro on. Put some Spyro songs on. Why not? When it loads, come on, SoundCloud. Come on. Come on. Load, you fuck. Spyro 2 Homeworlds. Load. Load. Oh, how's that? Let's see. You can still hear me, definitely. Right, cool. I'll put it down a little bit, actually. There we go. Now what? Now you can't hear it. There we go. Right. Cool. So, yeah, that was that. An hour 52? I thought it was longer. Well, it'll do anyway. Yeah, so that was today's stream. Yeah, and thank you for watching. Probably stream this again tomorrow. Either that or we'll do Spark of Hope again because I haven't done that in a while. I don't know. Because I'm actually curious to how that goes. Because I remember, because I asked Bug if he had any suggestions. So I've got a list of mods that I need to play. I've got the list on my desktop, which is currently here. I will bring this list up. So I'm gonna play Spark of Hope. I'll play Blue Skies because that's fully out now, I think. Or it might be the demo actually, because I think it's just a early access and I don't have it. So Spark of Hope, Blue Skies, Behind Closed Doors, Twin Realities, Abridged, Lost Chapter, Poems and Promises, all of M's mods, and the Yuri Parable for Cam. So yeah, that's my list of what I need to do, as well as finish Grisaia and any GD things I want to do. Undertale that I've started now. Got a lot of shit to do. Play CTR as well. I've done a stream on that today as well, so a productive day. But I'll have a lot more time to stream now because I will be put on furlough from the 1st of June. So as also hopefully when my PC comes. I can't really do anything though until end of June because I've got a Wi-Fi card for that. So once that comes I can stream again. But yeah. For me. So I need to plug my mouse in and out again. There we go. Right. So thanks for watching. If you want to know when I stream next, Discord server is, I believe, in the description. I'll put it in the description. And if you're already watching this from the if you're watching this live, the Discord server is in the panels below. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I will see you